Will record, and I'll make you presenter.
Okay.
And as usual, I like to start off with at least a quick review of what we've done, with you showing me what we've kind of covered over the last, day or so.
Okay. And I'm gonna go to demo. Let me see where I got that demo.
I believe yesterday we ended up on enrolling someone in a health plan, which we did, and we covered benefit adjustments, at least the first time. Or I'm sure it won't be the last time we'll talk about benefit adjustments. Today
Yeah.
I'd like to set up a life, a LTD, a FSA, a retirement
Yep.
plan, and then go from there.
Yep. And we remembered that you wanted that, so Donna tried to get us as far along as we could on preparation for today's call.
Okay.
But I think Mickey Mouse is our subject, employee under demo client, and I think we ran into, was it just HSA or was it FSA? FSA. So, we just threw in a retirement thing, and we don't even know if we did it right. So I don't know if you want to start there, because I think the life one, there is also, for the life, we noticed that, well, all right, Mickey got his employer paid life, but Mickey wants to buy up on life, and it said, no, class code's the same, can't do that. So how do we avoid that?
It gives you a warning. It does not preclude you from doing it. It's just saying, are you sure you really want to do that? And you answer yes, and then you move forward.
All right.
Yep. So we can go
maybe
back.
we can try that real quick, so that way we can see life showing up on Mickey's paycheck for deductions. So where do I go?
So let's go to client, then benefit plan setup. I just want to make sure. I just want to check out the way the plans are set up first.
All right, and I just forgot to cast my screen here to the team. So they're looking at a blank screen. Okay. All right, that's done. So where are we going?
Okay. Let's go to client and then benefit plan. Benefit plan setup.
Benefit plan.
Yep.
Okay. Right there.
So we'll do voluntary life first. That's the one you mentioned, all right? So let's do group benefit.
Okay.
Let's do the drop down. Nope. If it's already set up, it'll be on the right. It'll be in that drop down list there.
All right. So the voluntary life. So I think we were just picking this one, right, Donna? Was it just
That's
straight
fine.
up life?
That's fine if that's the one you use. Sure.
Yeah, this is the one we want to come out of Mickey's paycheck. This is his
good.
buy-up life.
So that's good right here. Let's check out well, this isn't the buy-up. This wouldn't be the buy-up life. This would be like the group life. But it works the same. I mean, for test purposes here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have group life, you could buy 1 times, 2 times, 3 times annual salary, and that's what we want to see.
Okay. So let's check out the benefit rules. Let's go to client benefit rules.
Okay. Oh, all right. So this one, I didn't need to save that or anything?
No, because we didn't make any changes on it.
Okay.
And let's go to
benefit rules.
Yep. And do the drop down. Yep. Then pick that life plan. And then hit select on the effective date. See the effective date? Yep. Go to the right of that. See if there's one in there already. And there is.
All right.
So this is saying that the company pays 0% of this plan. So I know that because it's set as company up on top, and then in the second section for the contribution rules, it's blank, which means that the company is paying 0%. So whatever cost we put in, good.
Correct.
So whatever cost we put in at the system level, the employee is going to pay the whole thing. Okay. So again, we didn't make any changes here. So let's just enroll the employee. Let's go to HR up on top. Go to HR, employee benefit enrollment. It'll be at the top of the third column. All right, and let's go to employee. Yep.
Mickey Mouse.
Got it. And then go to. Okay. Yep. And you can make it be active. Okay, so this is saying that he's already enrolled in one life plan, but you can be enrolled in multiple. It's just like, for example, if you got this on a medical plan, you wouldn't you wouldn't enroll them in 2 different medical plans at the same time. But life, it's pretty common
All
that
right.
you're going to have 2 different types of life. So just say, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. So you'll say no. Yep, you'll say no.
All right.
And then you just continue. So then enter. So that's going to be based on the rules of the hire date, and the eligibility period looks like it's set to be 1/1/19, which is fine.
Yeah.
You can make it be 12/1/18 if you want to.
Yeah, so that way we can see how it plays out,
Yep.
or even like November.
Yep. And again, it's saying, hey, that's not following the rules. Are you sure? And yes, we are, because it's, we know what we're doing here. All right, then enter in a new date
All right.
down below in the coverage details. And you can click enter new date
Oh, okay.
and make it be 11/1/18. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like we can type in the amount of coverage we want. So again, I didn't set this one particular plan up. I don't know exactly how this plan works, but if it's set up to be
So I don't know. If Mickey makes $50,000 a year, and then we're like, all right, he wants 2 times, so then we would put in like 100,000,
that's correct.
something like that.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
And
then,
his wife usually and does Mickey have a wife? Yeah, Mickey's paying in child support and everything. So, but he's like divorced.
No, I put him as married.
All right.
Hey, life happens. I don't judge.
Yeah. All right. So Mickey's not divorced. He just so then we're gonna put in spouse can usually have up to half maximum to a certain limit. So we'll put in like 40,000 for spouse.
Yeah, and when we get to the electronic onboarding part of like setting up the workflow and everything, we put those rules in at the plan level. So right now you're just typing it in, which is totally acceptable, totally fine. But later on, you can actually set up your real voluntary benefit plan so that it follows those rules online, which is kind of fun. So this is good. So it knew how old he was, it knew the billing rates of the system, and you typed in the coverage, and it automatically came up with the premium. So that's great. So let's go ahead and click save.
Okay, so guarantee issue over limit amount. This is all programmed into?
It will be, yes. It's not right now, because we haven't set that plan up for realsies, but it will be, yes.
All right. No beneficiaries were entered, so all right.
All right. Now, knowing what we learned yesterday, how do you expect that benefit to come out? Keep in mind the dates of when we elected, and what I think we're already in December payrolls in the system. How do you think the system is going to handle that enrollment? That was a late enrollment.
It's gonna like stack it up, right? It's gonna do 2 times.
Yep, it's going to do those benefit adjustments. I was trying to leading it strongly towards that. Now it'll by its own devices, it'll just start doing it. It'll take what's owed, and it'll take it over the next 2 pay periods. If you want to see that and or adjust that, go to HR benefit adjustments.
All right, HR adjustment.
You can type in Mickey. There it is, right? Good. So, there's actually a few more. Now, knowing how that plan was set up, I looked at when we were in the group benefit plan setup, I saw that we had the boxes checked for prepay, and we enrolled that employee in November. So we're not just late 1 month, we're late 3 months. Right, because it needed to bill for October, November, and December. That's why you have 3 different line items here. Does that make sense? I know that's in demo the dates get a little wonky sometimes, but that's why you see it there.
October or January? If it's paid in advance and he's eligible January, technically.
Well, you made him effective November 1st. When you did the enrollment, you typed in 11/1/18.
So if he's paying in advance for November, that's month 1.
Right, so that's October and then November. Now keep in mind the payrolls are
in October.
Yeah, and we are already in December.
You wanted there for November, so he should have paid in October for November.
Yep. So that's why
Right, Right, but we're only collecting money for what should have been in the month of November. If it's effective November, why are we talking? Yeah, why are we talking about October?
Because you had the boxes checked for billing a month in advance.
Yeah.
So if you made
so it's.
Yep.
But yeah. See, I picture, all right, a month in advance. All right, we're past October, so I'm picturing we're basically collecting the month of November and December because I'm not following the October part of it.
If everything would have gone according to plan on the proper schedule, you would have enrolled this person in October for November coverage, right? And you would have been taking deductions in October for November coverage.
That's what we have it as a preview. So they're being ahead, not.
Hey, 1 month in advance, but we're past the month. That's what I'm not ripping on.
Right, we're past the month, so we're catching up for it in return.
And you guys are seriously following that? I'm just in the insurance world right now, and the insurance world is you pay in advance for 1 month. So if we're paying for the month of November and we're halfway in the month of November,
maybe it's so it's not a binder check, right? It's not a binder check. You're not just paying it one time once only and that's it. You're paying it. You're always paying them. So in November, your premiums.
You gotta pay your advance. If it's paying in advance, you gotta pay it. Essentially on the first, because you're trying to collect all the money to make the premium payment for the first.
Yep.
So in essence, in my brain, the way that plays out is the employer is not on fronting the money. In a sense, essentially, he's collecting the money up front. So then all the money's there to go ahead and make the premium payment. But in the insurance world, if there's some insurance that's effective November 1st, and you're saying October, I mean, that's where there is nothing effective October. So we're collecting twice, essentially, for, we're collecting in the month of November for the month of December because we're trying to get them caught up. So I'm picturing this where we got to collect this November premiums because it's behind on that, essentially. And then we have to double up and collect the December premium. So when December 1st comes along, we have the money to make the December 1st premium payment.
Mm-hmm.
So can you drill down on the October part of it?
You're killing me, Smalls.
So we can make the November 1st payment.
We have it active November 1st. So don't even think about January anymore. We overrode everything in order to have it effective. So just let's be effective.
If physically the month of October is gone and there was no insurance in that month, I mean,
If you're billing a month in advance.
We're billing in a month in advance, so we're trying to now catch up in November for December.
Yes, you're always billing a month in advance, and since October didn't happen, you're not only billing. So right now our payroll, we're in the month of December already on our next scheduled batch here, right? So the next time
we're trying to pay for the month of November, and we're trying to collect for the month of December. Still not connecting where the month of October fits into this.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, so I think employers' heads are going to explode on October. The employee is not, I'm trying to follow these words because I got to explain it. Sales has to explain it. Our implementation or payroll specialist, everybody's got to explain this to clients. So clients be like, what are we talking about October for? So if we're in the month of November, the employee's getting life insurance in the month of November, we have to double up. But we're past it. We're past that. So now we're just playing catch up.
Yeah.
In the month of November.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're doing. Yeah. So it's just, Kurt, you're wording in a funny way that I'm trying to grab on, explain to clients. Clients be like, why do we keep talking about October? Yeah, we should have collected it in October, but we're past October. But you're saying we're collecting for October. We should have collected November in October, I think is what we're trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, go on.
No, however it makes sense. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Clear.
Yeah.
So now if you wanted to say, so this is all three of those are spread out over two, so we're going to be collecting double for the next 2 pay periods. So if you wanted to, so this is a chance where if you want to say, no, we're already behind 2 months here, let's just collect it all at once, you can adjust
Right.
these so that it all happens on the next payroll. Or if you leave it as is, it'll spread it out over the next 2 payrolls. Right, so if you did nothing, it'll charge double this pay period and double next pay period. If you wanted
Right.
to, I'm not saying you have to, if you wanted to, you could come in here and say, no, we're going to get all this right now. And you could change those
Okay.
2s to a 1. Yep. And so that's life. Was it good? Took us a bit.
Yeah, we're good on all that. So what do we do next?
So now I would say we take a look at 401k and FSA, because that's going to happen, right? To do that, the first step, let's go to client up on top and go to client details. Yep. And then let's go to the benefits tab. And FSA and 401k work just a little bit different. Okay. You need to have them listed here first, and you do. On the top left and on the top 2 sections, we have the section 125. You have it highlighted as 125. That's correct. That's your plan. And then on the right-hand side, we have the 401k retirement plan. That's correct. We don't have to do that with our group benefits, but we do that here with our FSA and our retirement plan. So this is always the first step, and that's set up correctly as is. So once we have them here, then we go back to setting them up pretty much the other way we did for the life and the health. So let's go to client benefit plan setup. Yep. And now before we chose the group benefit option. Now we're going to choose the FSA option. Yep. And in the plan, it's only going to be the one there that if you didn't put the 125 in the client details benefit tab, you would not have been able to select it there. So we've selected it. Good.
Okay.
Let's make that active. With a 1/1/18 date, that's fine.
Okay.
Eligibility criteria, yep, active. Employment type, full-time. Yep, good, that's right. And on leave, yep, good call. Okay, yep. Yep, either one of those.
Day after calculated date, which sounds correct.
So the difference between the one you have highlighted and the bottom one is if, let's say you have a 60-day waiting period, and I started on October 1st. Well, 60 days is now going to be December 1st. Well, if that's the way you want it to work, then you choose the bottom one. If you choose the one you have highlighted, even if I start on October 1st, it's basically not going to count that first month at all. So I wouldn't be eligible till January 1st. Basically, it's in other words, it says no matter what, are you counting that first month?
Either, and the best words to use on that is either the next following month or the current month. You know, kind of going the first of the current month that they're, you know what I mean? And then this is where it's, if it is first of the month, use that else next first. You know, the wording in there is horrible, but really they're trying to say current month. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good way of,
Shouldn't be.
Right.
First of the, you're using this one, you mean, not that.
That's the one I was copying what we had.
Because they're saying it's, if 60 days have passed and right now we're at November 14th and I'm 60 days into my new job, then choosing that last option, I'm now effective November 1st. Yeah.
First of the month after calculated date.
First of the next following month or after, yes. Because then that's going to be the first of, you know, December. Yeah. And that's what Kurt's saying, so that's why he's like, yeah. It's just poorly worded. Else next, I mean.
Hey, look, we got
You got that one?
We got programmers that don't see the light of day sometimes, right? The wording.
They don't know about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So this is the one that we want to use. And I believe that's the way we have been setting things up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the one when we were,
Because you remember the words else next?
I was just copying
Ah,
down our demo.
okay. Well, that's fine. It is just a demo, but pretty much the rules that we're going to broadcast to all customers are they're going to follow. It's going to be X amount of days after date of hire, and then effective first of the next following month. All right, Kurt, go ahead.
Save away.
All right.
Okay, let's enroll that employee in flexible spending. Let's go to HR.
Okay.
Let's go to HR, and let's go to Employee Flexible Spending Enrollment or something like that. Employee Flexible Spending Accounts, first column, near the bottom. Ish.
Near first column, near the bottom.
Ish. There you go. Nope. Oh, you're there. You're so close.
Employee.
Flexible spending.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
So the logic of how the flexible spending account works. So in the medical, dental, vision, life, LTD, all those group benefits, everything in there is monthly. In the FSA, it is a annual calendar year election, or annual plan year election. So let's choose our employee. I'll give you Mickey again. That's totes fine. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. Select Mickey. Yeah, select Mickey. No? Just me?
So what do we do? Mickey Mouse? Yeah.
You got it. Plan year. You can select plan year. Yep, and it's going to be now. So 2018 is the only available plan year open right now. We have not opened up 2019 yet. If we did open up 2019, you'd have to select. Are you making the selection for 18 or 19? That's going to come in play. That's going to be a big difference. I'll tell you why. So let's say this employee started right now, and they're used to putting in $2,000 a year for medical. So medical FSA. So in the elections, you select the account you want. In this case, it's medical, and they put in $2,000 in that plan year election. Okay, what this is going to do, and it's something that you just kind of memorize and learn how it works, is this plan year election is between now and the end of the plan year, which is December 31st in this case. So just because the employee usually puts in $2,000 a year, if they put in $2,000 and we only have 1 or 2 payrolls left in the year, guess what it's going to do? You got it. Exactly right. So if it's later on in the year and it's a new employee, they need to make the election. It's a full plan year election. It's not a per pay period or what they want, right? They'll have, during open enrollment, you select your next plan year. So always be aware of what plan year you're entering in.
Critical for new hires.
Yep, exactly. And it's in the workflow online, you'll have an opportunity to spell out the language and make it as clear as possible. And not too many people screw it up. It's just one of those things where I have to point it out.
Right.
Cool. Good. All right.
Now, what if it's a limited FSA? What do we do?
If it is, go in the elections amount, click on account right above the word med in the elections tab.
Right.
And you would in this plan we just don't have the limited FSA set up yet. You'd have to set up that type and assign it to the plan.
All right, let's make a note that we're going to set up a limited FSA in this system.
There you go.
And we'll do it together.
Yep, and then it'll be there.
All right.
All right. And if you're comfortable with that, you'd simply click save and be on your way. And so it's always doing a math equation. It's always taking what you put in for the annual amount and it's always going to divide it by the number of remaining pay periods in the year. So it's always a math equation. Questions,
All right.
comments, thoughts?
So Mickey's screwed. Mickey's going to have big deductions out of his paycheck, and he's never going to spend the money because his FSA card will show up in January.
Yep, there you go.
So
Unless
we wanna
Mickey
set 'em up for
writes a
rebate.
bunch of checks and, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Is it easy to, kind of adjust the plan year?
It's easy to make a new plan year. I mean, if you have a plan, yeah, you can always make a new plan year. Absolutely.
So let's do that real
Yeah,
quick.
you're never going to want to change the existing one, of course, but. So if you want to see where that's set up.
Type it in right here.
So are you making a change for Mickey, or are you making a change in the plan setup?
What we want to do is we're going to change it for Mickey, and I'm just thinking that how do we see where the open enrollment date is for this demo client? So where do we see for this client, whatever their annual enrollment should be, so the team is kind of aware of what their starting point is and where Mickey's onboarding. Because right now, looking at all this, it doesn't tell me what the plan year is, unless you're talking calendar year.
Well, it's for the Section 125 plan. It's the 2018 plan year. And that's when you click on plan year, it's going to give you what year it is: 2018, 2019, etc. So right to the left of that, or right. Well, right below that. Yeah, like that. All right, 2018. So that's where that plan exists. Let me show you where that
Right,
date.
but the plan year for demo client could be May 1st, 18 to May 1st, 19.
Yeah, and so you'd set up a different plan. In other words, you wouldn't have given them the standard 125 plan. You would set up a 125 May plan, right? So go to the action icon. I'm sorry, I said action icon. I meant the system icon, the little hammer and wrench.
This thing.
Yep. And then go to Section 125 plan years. Yes. Yep. Section 125 plan years. So at most you would ever need would be 12 different plans.
Section 25 plan years.
So at most you would ever need would be 12 different plans, one plan for each month, right? So if you in the PEO world, you're going to usually run just your one plan and everyone joins it. In the ASO world, sure, it could be all over the place. So at most you'd create a 125 January, 125 Feb, 125 March, etc., and then you assign the actual plan year for that particular plan, and then you assign that plan to that client.
All right, so 125-01, or do we just call it like?
I usually do
January.
Yeah. Now you would do it. You would set the plan up first. This is the plan years. You would set the plan up first in the system icon. You go to Section 125 plans, and you create that plan first. But yeah, your thinking is correct.
So Section 125 benefit plans. Okay, so 125 January plan name, Section 125 begin. And actually, do we need to do a January then? We would actually do February.
Yeah, I mean you could keep the standard 125 as January and just break your other ones. Sure.
125 is going to be January, so we're just going to all caps. Okay. So does that make sense to do it that way then?
Yeah, most people do. If you expect you're going to have different periods for different plans, yeah, you make 12 of them right away. That's fine. That's
make 12.
We'll do, yeah.
All right. So I'll stick with January. Okay. So Section 120. Oh, can I use a hyphen there like that?
Well, yeah, you should be able to. I think so.
All right. So then section 125 begins January.
Yeah,
Something like that?
yeah, sure. And you'd add in your account types. Like, in other words, for this
Wait a minute,
plan,
why do I see a limited FSA over here?
because it is a defined account type, you need to assign it to the plan. So because certain plans, say you have an ASO client where they just run a dependent care, and that's all they run. When you create their plan, you're only going to assign the dependent care. But so on each plan, you say, all right, which options are going to be available?
All right.
So you would add in your medical, your dependent care, whatever else is going to be available.
So for this group, we are going to say dependent care.
Yep, I would.
And we're going to also do limited. What do we do for this here? Deduction code.
Yep, so the deduction code is going to be your flex. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. Flex. Dependent. Flex. Limited. Do we have to say that, or do we just go back to flex? No, it's because it's going to be dental and vision if it's limited, right?
Yep. So I would choose, so yeah, you have your flex med, your flex DEP. If you don't have a code, just you'd create one.
All right. And that means we got to go create a code.
In this case, yes, because it looks like we don't have one set up for it. Yep. I'd create one called Flex LIM.
Where am I going to do that?
So you can type in deduction code in the search bar, and then so you don't lose the work you've already done, click the blue pop-out arrow to the right. Perfect. Opens up a pop-up window, so now you get to save the work that you already done.
So on the code, we're going to put, what should we put for the?
The other ones were FLEX, and then I'd say LIM, so Flex LIM.
Okay. Did the other ones have a hyphen?
They did not, no.
All right, so something like that.
I would say that looks right.
Okay. I hate saying account because it's not, but all right.
We're going to call it it's going to be flexible spending account.
All right. Because it's really not an account.
I mean, it's kind of an account. All right, and then
It's not an account. It's on a general ledger.
choose,
All right, Bobby, you can attest to that.
choose the
All right. What
fixed
do I do
amount.
next?
Fixed amount,
All right.
and pay stub name. You can call it just Flex Limited.
All right.
And that's it. Save and close. And then it should be in there somewhere, right? Maybe there it is. Row. All right, there you go. Good. And the pay codes, just put like a EXPS. Put the expense pay code in there. You're never gonna use it. It just makes you put something in.
That?
Yeah, just like that.
What about the report code?
Never gets used. I honestly have no idea what that is. And save.
All right.
I imagine it'd be if you were using a data bridge file, which is our electronic EDI files, right? I imagine you could put a code in there to help designate what that should be for the carrier, but I don't see that used too often. Okay, so now if you wanted, so that's the plan, and then you could assign it the plan year going forward if you wanted to. You go to the system icon again, and now you'd create a plan year for that January plan. Yep.
Oh, year.
No.
Now how?
Yep, we're in the plan year, so you were right. Go type in your 125 Jan.
Okay.
All right. Plan year number in this case would be, if we might as well set up 2019 one at this point, right? You'd set up 2019.
Right.
Yep, and you would call it 2019 or 125 Jan 2019. That's what I would probably do. That way it lets you know exactly what it is. And then in this case, it's 1/1/19. But if you were doing the 125 Feb, of course, it'd be 2/1/19. Right, 12. So it'd be 12/31/19 in this case. Perfect. And then the plan year reporting periods, we just do period 1.
All right.
12/31/99. 12/31/19. Sorry.
12/31/19.
And you can just call it 2019. So not.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about. Huh?
Yeah, not everyone does it this way, but if you have different plans for different months that are really running on different periods, this is the way to do it.
Okay. We will.
Sure. Yeah, and that's fine. So then save. Now, right now for that demo client, we still have them set up just in the 125 plan, but you could set them up in the 125-Jan if you needed to.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to HR. I'm looking for Mickey.
Do you want to take a look at that enrollment? He's still in the 125 plan.
Right. So let's switch him over to the 2019. No. Because if we do that, his payroll deductions are going to change, right?
You would do the first thing you'd have to do is right now you'd have to assign that plan to the company because right now only the 125 plan exists. You'd have to set up.
Right,
Yep. So go to client details. Client details.
Okay.
And then the benefits tab.
Benefits tab.
And then, yep, exactly right. You choose. That's exactly right. And save. Yep. And then go to client benefit plan setup. Now that you've assigned it here, now you can officially set it up. Yep. Yep. No. It's because yep. There we go. We haven't set it up. Now we are. Yep. Active. Good. 1/1/19. There you go. Yep, and then active, leave, full time. You got it. And then the fun wording down here. You got it.
Okay.
Okay. So now that it's set up at the client, if you want to assign it to the client, you can.
We assign it to the client now?
Well, we did. So
How do we do that?
We did. So that is now assigned at the client. So now you can go to HR and then employee flexible spending accounts. First column near the bottom.
Employee flexible spending account. Got it.
Yep. Pull up your boy. So click on plan year. You did that, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see if that's, you're in demo, and see if that's saved. I was hoping to get a 2019 plan there. Hold on. Yeah, that's there. Yeah. Do this in the plan year. Type in 2019 as an example. Just type in 2019 in a tab.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so it recognizes it. It's not right. So it's just not, since there's already an active plan there that's active right now. It says that that's the plan to be there. If it's future dated like this one is, it won't show up until then. So this is right. So now you can see that it pulled up your proper 125 January plan, and now you can make another election. Now, keeping in mind this payroll's in December, whatever we type in here is not going to come out until January.
Okay.
Cool. Med, lim, whatever.
Now we have limited. Yep. And just out of curiosity, how do we set up the limitations on like a limited FSA if we wanted to?
Say that again, please.
If we wanted to set up, if this is just for dental and vision, how do we set it up so a limited FSA only, is like $1,000 max that you can enroll in that plan?
You can do that in the account type. If you go to System and you go to Flexible Spending Account Type.
Flexible Spending Account Type.
It'll be in there somewhere. There's first column right in the middle. Flex Spend Account Type.
And I can't pop that out, huh?
Not from here now. Well, if you did the search bar, you could. If you just typed it in the search bar, you could.
Okay.
Yep. Pull that bad boy up. And right now there already is a $1,000 plan, right? So you could do that either, there, or you could index it down below if you wanted to as well.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Good. And save. Okay. We probably have time to do the 401k if you want to take a stab at it.
Let's take a stab at it.
Okay. We already have the plan set up. I already saw it there in Client Details in the Benefits tab. So let's go to Client Benefit Plan Setup. Let's make sure it's here. Yep. So from the plan class, not group, not flexible, but retirement. It might already be there. All right, it is. Good. All right, so we already set this up. Active leave, full-time, 60-day, good. This is already all perfectly set up. That's great. And save. So assuming it's set up at the customer level, which in this case it is, we're going to go to HR, and we're going to go to Retirement Plan Enrollment.
Did that save that?
Yep, it did. And now, Retirement Plan Enrollment. There we go. Choose our employee. Okay, so it looks like we already did set one of these up as an example. Right now, it's set up to be 0, which is weird. But let's give it so we did 401k, we did active enrollment, we did 11-118. Yep, this is all good. So that in the election details, so down below we have election percent, elective amount, catch-up. So everything has a percent and an amount. The elective percent and elective amount is the regular pre-tax or tax advantage of 401k. And then the Roth catch-up amount is obviously the Roth. We never use the post-tax percent ever. Yep. So let's say 1/118.
So if Mickey says I want 10%,
you got it.
Just do that.
Yep. Simply save, and you'd be on your way. 10% is going to come out in the next check.
Okay.
Right. It's like normally he would, based on the eligibility rules, so we're overriding that, and that's fine.
Yeah. Select existing expected date.
Yep. And again, that's just saying, just so you know, because he wouldn't normally get it, but we're good. So that was a little bit easier because all that was already set up, but we verified that it was set up at the client level. We enrolled them at the employee level. Let's run a payroll.
Okay. So we got this payroll here.
Yep, we can do it.
What should we do?
Click. You can actually just click the calculator icon again, and you can recalculate it again. Yep. Because I'm not changing anything on the timesheets. We just want to recalculate based on the new rules that are set up.
Okay.
So it's thinking. Just give it a second. It'll tell you when it's ready. I think it will, anyways. Doesn't usually take that long. Go hit close. Okay, well that makes sense. We didn't set up a. Can I calculate 125 plan year and period? Open up that 125 Jan again. Go to system icon, and then go to section 125 plan years. Section 125 plan years.
What was that?
Middle column, yeah.
Okay, open up your plan year, 125 Jan. Plan year number 2019. Oh, I bet it's looking for 2018. Okay, type in 2018. Yeah, this is fine for next year, but since we're in 18, it needs an 18 year. Yeah, do the same thing. Plan year name 2018. That's fine.
Like just hit that one.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, so mimic that setup on the 125 Jan plan.
Okay. Save that.
Yeah, this one's fine. You need to do the same thing in the 125-Jan plan. (2018) Yep.
2018, 125.
Yep.
Begins January.
Yep. 1/1/18. Yep. 1/12/31/18.
Through.
And 2018. Perfect. Save and do it again. Payroll, process payroll. Let's do it. Yeah, see what else we got. Yep, so go ahead and hit close. Okay, so this is telling me two things down below. So we have a, so that you must have been playing around with that benefit plan. The first one just giving you a warning, which is fine. The second one is where your error is. So let's highlight that that benefit plan, the UHC-25. Go ahead and highlight the whole thing.
Right.
Let's take a look at the way that benefit plan is set up at the system level.
Okay.
And then down at the bottom of the first column, it's going to say group benefit plans. Let's see what we got in there. You could just, if you copied and pasted, you could just paste it in right there.
Oh.
And tab. So for this plan, we need to identify what deduction codes we're going to use. So like Med and Med 125. Or is it the life plan? Okay, then life. You need to use the code of life. Yep.
So deduction code.
Yep. And then there's probably a code called life in there already. Yeah. Just like that. And then this is going to be a bill code. This is a employer paid life, it looks like. Type in a bill code of life.
So for this one here, age calculation month, so let's say it's a new hire, they come onto the company, it's just saying, all right, we're in our plan year and their birthday is X and pricing will be based on that because it's going off of the first month of the employee's birthday, like that. This is not changing rates in the middle of a plan year, right?
It would. It would. It's like say I start today. My birthday is in December 30th or whatever. It's going to enroll me and charge me what it is today, what my age is today, and then in January 1st, or actually in this case December 1st, since I have a birthday that month, it's going to change my premium.
Yeah, it doesn't. Everything that I've ever experienced in the group benefits world. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's just based on the plan year, so the rate's locked in for the plan year. Once you enter the plan, so how do we change that?
So then the age calculation month, do the drop down right where your cursor is, and make it be, say, January 1st or whatever.
So that's why these are set up for, it's funny because it doesn't have a client here. We're setting up a master plan. So I'm trying to digest this, like, why is it system level just because the whole system's designed PEO, not ASO kind of thingy?
Typically, yeah. It's set up so that multiple customers can use the same plan, try to get some economies of scale out of it.
All right. Okay. So we'll make a note of that.
Yep.
What
Also,
else do we have to do?
Yep. Drop a bill code in up on top. So
Bill code up top.
And then there should be one there for life. I assume there's one there for life. Good. Save and process payroll. Yep. Okay, see what else we got. Okay, so, So we set up a retirement plan and we enrolled the employee, but we never actually assigned what the match rules were. Even if the match rules are 0, we just tell it that it's 0. So let's go to client, and let's go to retirement match rules.
Where's that one?
And then choose your regular benefit group.
We got to throw that effective date in there, right?
Yep, absolutely. And then choose traditional in this case. We're not going to set up a match right now. We can do that in a later training. Let's do traditional and then leave it blank and just hit save. So this is just letting the system know that, you got to hit save. Gotta hit save. Gotta hit save. Didn't hit save.
I did.
Did ya? Did you really? We'll find out in a second. I guess I'm the jerk. Okay, fine. Good. Hit close. And then, cool. Now we can take a look at our invoice, take a look at our reports, take a look at everything else there. Yep, and I fixed the billing format on here so it looks a little better, right? But again, you can play with that to make it be however you want. But we have dental coming out now, medical coming out, cool, life insurance, all that good stuff. So yeah, that was successful. Obviously, you'd want to go through and you'd want to pull up the check journal, pull up the voucher, and see, all right, I enrolled them in 401k, where is it? I enrolled them in FSA, where is it? Right? So hit close. Take a look at the check journal. I like to use the check journal the most. Yep. And if you get tired of setting that every time, remember you can always set the parameters so that that happens automatically. Let's go. Let's hit the next icon. One more time. There we go. Good. So all of it, yep, that's good. All the stuff's coming out. We expected the 401k to come out. We did not expect the Flex 125 because it's now a January plan, right? So that's what I expected to see. This all looks good. So obviously you'd want to go in and make sure the amounts are correct and that what you're seeing is what you expected. And remember, you got benefit adjustments on that life plan, so that may be why it's higher than usual, right? A life plan's usually not going to be $16, but it's because it has plenty of catch-ups, all that good stuff. So that's good. That's a full hour of training. Woo! We will.
Yay.
We will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we will try to get crazy with tax adjustments and running supplemental checks and just standard annoying things that clients ask for that should be that you need to know how to do standard.
All right.
Rock on.
Perfect. Thanks, Kurt.
Yep. I'll upload this to the folder and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, you got it.
Cool.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.